My heart was beating so fast. My brain was all over the place. I have a million of thoughts in my mind. I remember that moment still in my head when I saw a very attractive girl cross the hallway. She was talking with her friend. She was hanging out with her friend. But I know that she the type of girl that I really wanted. I wanted to come over there and talk to her. But I was hesitation. I look at my phone and try to scroll it up and down. But in my mind, I try to think, what is the perfect pickup line? I look at my surround environment and see if anyone nearby them and if any bystander actually looking at me if I come over there and talk. I told myself million of reasons why I shouldn't approach it. I said, this is not a great time. My thought were contradict with me. My feeling that I wanted to come over and at least talk to her and say hi and ask for her number. But my brain telling me so many reasons that pulling me back that I shouldn't do it. And they're telling me that it's not going to work out. She was busy. She maybe already have a boyfriend. It's not appropriate. I will look embarrassed. Everybody in the school would know me if I got rejected. As I debate in my thought until I got enough courage to about to take action, she already walked away. The opportunity already passed by. And it passed forever. Have you ever been in the situation that you really wanted to ask the girl out? You saw her from the concert. You saw her in the class. You told yourself that, man, when the opportunity comes, you will wait until at the final of the semester to eventually have the courage to ask her out. Because you're so worried that the embarrassment, rejection that you face, that you end up not taking any action at all. It's easy to do nothing and telling yourself that it will never work than to attempt something and find out the answer. I've been in this situation so many times and I actually say no to myself, no to the opportunity more than I can count. And I still doing this habit, still from time to time. But I will wonder how many of us, how many times we actually say no to ourselves before the other person say no to us, before the world actually say no to us. We worry about that rejection so bad. And I know it's easy to tell ourselves that she already have a boyfriend. But do we know that for sure? No, we don't. It's easy to tell ourselves that, well, she's not in a good mood. You shouldn't approach and talk to her. It's easy to tell ourselves that so that we can feel good about ourselves in that moment. But what we actually face for the long term is the feeling of regret, a feeling of doubt. We doubt ourselves because we not manly enough. We doubt ourselves because we don't have the gut, the courage to take action. We face the feeling of what if? What if the good thing happened to us? What if it's go perfectly great? What would the outcome would turn out? We face all of that scenario. So the main key point that I really want to emphasize today is it's easy to tell ourselves no and do nothing about it and tell ourselves this will never work out so that we can feel good instead of attempt to do something and find out what's the result. Have you ever been wanted to make a call and then you end up telling yourself that, well, they will say no to me. You wanted to make a call to ask for what you want and then you so worried. And they're gonna say no. I mean, why would I try to attempt and waste my time? Yeah, I've been there. I remember that when my car insurance just raised after 6 months with it, I have a good record. And I attempted that I want to call them and ask, hey, why did you guys raise my fee? Even though I didn't have any accidents. And there's like so many thoughts were in my mind that, well, they would say no to me anyway and they would come up with any reasons. Why would I even bother and call? It took me a lot of courage. Eventually, I called them and asked this and that. And the funny thing is, after I called them, they told me that, well, the race in your state is currently raised and they couldn't do anything about it. And then for some reason, the agent asked me, well, have you recently changed the address? Do you want to update? I said, I just moved down a few blocks away. How could that make a difference? But I update my address anyway. And the funny thing, after I update the address, my insurance cost is reduced, which is really funny. But if I told myself that I shouldn't call them, my insurance rate's still high. And I will never got that discount rate. You see, we so often say no to ourselves. We often reject ourselves before the world can reject us. Why did we do that? Why do we do that to ourselves? I want you to have this awareness. If you want to ask for your boss a raise, you want to ask for your boss that promotion, and you worry that he or she will say no, he or she will reject you, remember, you must do it anyway. You must attempt and find out what the worst case that happened. They would say no to you. Would they hate you or don't like you anything less? No, they don't. But what actually, even if they reject you, they will know that you want more, and they will find opportunity for you in the future. Remember, if you don't ask, the answer always no. But if you ask, the answer could be yes or could be no, but you have to take the risk in order to get the reward that you wanted. Don't say no to yourself before the world say no to you, my handsome friend. The same thing with your health. If you want to be in shape and work out and be bigger, or you want to lose weight, don't blame on yourself that, oh, it's genetic. Yes, I don't say it's not right. What I'm trying to say, you have to attempt and you have to work out. You have to push yourself harder than anyone else and see whether the result will come or not. But before you reject yourself, you must let the progress take care of the play first. You must let the world reject you. Don't reject yourself before anyone else do it. If you want to improve your grade, if you have been really bad with math, you must attempt to put more effort. Instead of telling yourself, well, my family have never been good with math and none of my siblings were really doing well in math. I guess this is my genetic and that's I just belong the same with everyone in my family and I shouldn't attempt. Yes, it feels good in the moment that well because of my circumstances, because of my family, because of my genetic. That's why I never take action. It feels good in that moment, but that's the illusion, my friend. I would rather you attempt something and you fail than you say no to yourself and make an excuse. And here is the dangerous part. Once you make excuse one time, two times, three times, your brain will have a tendency to make more excuses the next time when you want to take action. That's the funny part. Your brain is so powerful. It could work in your favor or it could work against you. If you have a tendency of take more action, even if you fail, the next time when we do another attempt, your brain will tell you, yeah, you can take action because you did it in the past. But if you keep telling yourself that, hey, it's never worked out, the next time when you want to do it, your brain will stop you and tell you, hey, remember the past? It's never worked out, and come up with the excuse, come up with the reason so that you feel good for yourself. That's why you shouldn't take action. But you know that you will face the feeling of regret later. I have a guy that I know that his name is Trevors, and he keep making excuses why he shouldn't come and talk to her in public and never work, blah, 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 blah. And every time I ask him to come and do it, he instantly right away come up with the excuse. Oh, she have a boyfriend. Hey, she's not my type. Hey, it's not a good situation. She would say no anyway. He would say no to me every time I push him to do it. Why? Because his brain telling him that it will never work out and it would rather keep him safe from the fear of rejection, save him from the embarrassment, instead of facing his fear and see what's the outcome turned out. The key takeaway is it doesn't matter the result anymore. The result no longer matter in this case anymore. The result will take care of itself when you take action. What matters is you have completely 100% control of your life. Remember, in this instant, you can either choose to take action or you can either choose to make an excuse. Both scenarios, you have totally 100% control. Remember, if you take action, it's a win. If you make an excuse, it's a lose. So you want to become a winner or you want to be a loser? That's what I really care more. I know I still make mistakes from time to time. I hope this message catch your awareness, because you will catch yourself next time when you make an excuses. You know that you need to face your fear and take action. Never forget this. It's easy to do nothing and tell yourself that it will never work out than to attempt something and find out. Most of people do that. They would rather choose to do nothing and make an excuse and feel good about themselves in that moment instead of taking action. But we are a fearless warrior. We need to do something that we are fearful and find out. Remember, what really matters is the action. The outcome will take care of itself. You can only take action what you can control. And in this case, the only thing that you can control is the action. And the good thing is you have 100% control of your action. So stop making an excuse. Stop looking for an easy path to not take action. Stop doing that to yourself. Let the world reject you before you reject yourself. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have any question, comment down below or email me. And until next time, thank you.